now. So Navi will jump in for this one. This is Alliance's chance. They know where Navi is at least going to be. And with the drag back out again, with the call down, with the tracks, they have a chance that they could lock Navi in a really bad position. But it's still a bit of a rough chance. Roshan's dying so quickly right now.
Yeah, they can't go.
They won't get there in time. And they in fact lose almost, in fact they will, they'll lose the familiars. They'll lose both of them again.
Oh, that's 4 in the snag!
In and out so quickly.
What a player.
Incredible.
What a player.
They didn't even touch him. Blinks in, just takes it, and just, wow. A thief in his second life.
That has given the crowd a lift, and maybe it's given Alliance a lift.
It's still, at this point though, just the Aegis. They need to convert that into something more. And with S4, like he blinks in, he lands Suze. If he dies, what does he come back with?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, that's a good question, but it's certainly still better than giving it to Navi.
True.
I'm just like shocked that he got that perfect of timing, you know what I mean? Because the familiars died about 3 or 4 seconds before he goes into the pit.
Well, he had the last familiar come in. The last familiar, like it flew out, then it flew back in again. So it gave him like,
oh, here we go.
Should be enough. Yep, S4. And now Danny jumps on him. He may lose this Aegis straight away. Or Admiral Bulldog, he's getting nuked down. Juggernaut jumps through the two of them. Aegis respawn. Loader pops a BKB. That flag count damage is really hurting Navi. The Hand of God's already been used. And Dandy, he'll go down this scenario. And the Soul Assumption gets rid of Puppy's creeps. The healing water's still up. It's bringing Kuro and Puppy back to life again. At the same time, Arcade almost nuked down. S4 now he gets the last 2 on Funning in the middle of the BKB. The million damage quite high. Not to mention Loader. They're going up. This one Soul Assumption damage. They got him. 2 calls from Navi going down. Couple of tracks during. Actually, I don't think the tracks got off during that fight because
Bulldog was dead.
He got nuked so quickly. But still, Aegis got used. But it's an even team fight at the end of the day, really.
Because of the bounty death. That hurt them.
Yeah.
Well, S4 lost his Aegis too, and the unfortunate part was I think he wanted to go for an initiation on the Clinks, but getting the Clinks is kind of hoping for something that most likely isn't going to happen. And then he's like, well, I don't want to go on this, I'll just back up, and then he gets coiled right next to his teammate. So when he gets up, he doesn't have Force Staff, then Funnick ends up overcommitting, not realizing that S4 hadn't used Lasso yet, and ends up giving away his kills. So a bit of a road bump for Navi. It's definitely not a great thing, but Alliance didn't have any tracks, so
yeah. They didn't really make the most out of that fight. But then again, even if they did have tracks, Admiral Bulldog still doesn't have a level 2 track.
hey man, a track is better than no track.
True. 200 for every track you get down and get a kill for. But still, you go up to the next level and then it's 300 for every single one.
This game is like, you can just feel the tension,
yeah,
you know, between the teams. I still can't believe S4 got that Aegis. That was like...
Yeah, I was sick.
The ridiculous part is he got the Aegis and the rest of Navi were kind of just sitting there for like 2 seconds going, wait, what?
And then the haste stream for the quick escape.
Not meant to have time to discuss who's going to take the Aegis. The conference. And now you see a little bit more warning coming out from Alliance. Now they realize that if they had the vision, they could really go for this. S4 over Funnick, really diving in deep. I don't think it's not enough, not with the Orchid Pop.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
If only he had his Crystal finished. Maybe if he got a lucky crit, he would have killed him there.
True. He could have committed, he wouldn't have committed any further than that. They've still got this T1 tower on the top lane for Alliance, so they've still got some room to breathe. While up on this top lane, it looks like we've got ourselves Mr. Helmet Dominator going to work. It's the tornado creep that's being controlled by, well, we assume by Arcade, but it's been persuaded to fight for the side of Alliance by Loader. And
a lot of
Navi
passivity in this game too. Comparative to the first 2 games that Navi were playing, the games are pretty much over by now, right?
Yeah.
So this is the first time where Alliance has still had at least some semblance of a foothold in this best of 5 so far.
Oh, Funnick. That's a big misclick,
yeah.
And it's being massively pinged out in the mid. The BKB usage. That's a really, really huge thing if Alliance, and they smoke up instantly after.
That was a 9-second BKB that he just used.
Yep.
That's painful.
Long time on the sidelines, and S4's, look at him, just Firefly up, find an opening. He'll see Puppy being the closest, and that's the one he wants. It's the big healer. Kuro's also in the neighborhood. But S4's not finding any hero close enough that he can jump in and force staff him away.
Alliance are doing a pretty good job at holding on at the moment, but they're going to need more than just passive farming. Farming a single core
Dire's middle
against the
tower is
Juggernaut
under
and the
attack.
Clinks team is probably not going to end up bringing you back enough on its own merit. You're going to need something else. You're going to need to start getting some tier 1s. The middle tower for Navi still stands. The off lane tier 1 still stands. You need to start applying some kind of pressure. Try to find a pick. When you see Funnick pop a 9-second BKB, at some point you have to just say, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Do you think the other problem they've got is... Oh wait, we've got a smoke gank coming here.
Well, there's still quite a bit of ways from anybody, so...
Do you think that, like, because of the dual core Clinks and Jug, as the game goes later and people have BKBs and spinning and stuff, I mean, Gyrocopter's cooldown and his damage becomes slightly less important unless you can get lots of damage items on him, right?
Yeah, but he's the highest
Helm
net
with
worth.
a Dom, and he's got a Hand of Midas and a BKB, so his damage items are only his phase boots and his demon edge,
Dire's
right?
top
There's
tower
a lot of
is
TPs
under
coming
attack.
bottom lane. Jump in, Loader hex up by Dandy, but Dandy is going to be enough damage. No, Loader with a 4-staff gets him away to safety. And Navi smoke gank ends up failing on this
Top
bottom
tower
lane.
is under attack.
S4 with them reactions, man.
Yeah.
That was like immediate 4-staff after they saw the Hex come out.
And that was the first time we got shown too. Denny only just finished that. What else they get? No, that's just a TP coming out in the courier. I'm wondering what Lotus really got planned with this Demon Edge. I know we've seen a hell of a lot of rapiers through the Dota 2 scene recently.
A rapier would be really good though. That's the hard part is protecting it.
Yeah.
Obviously Gyro is like the rapier hero of any hero. 1,000 range on flat cannon, you throw out a couple of auto attacks and the fight
Yeah.
can just be over at that point.
Yep. Well, you already saw how much damage you did during that mid-fight around the tier 2 tower. Like,
Right.
that, if you add a rapier damage onto the back of that, and now you also give him a DD rune from this top lane, you want to try and fight with this. But again, S4, like he's doing this little smoke, not smoke, but the Firefly mover up onto the hill. He's looking for someone who's just close enough. Phonic just taking out this top tier 1 tower. With no backdoor regeneration on tier 1 towers, it's too easy to do. And that's why Admiral Bulldog and S4 also look towards this mid.
There's just been a heck of a lot of movement on the side of Navi and not a whole lot really gained so
Yeah.
far. Because of the fact they didn't get the last Aegis, I think that was supposed to be their token to say, we're breaching high ground, right?
Yeah,
Like we
yeah.
want to push into tier 3s, but it didn't end up happening that way. And now they're going to be forced to deny their tier 1 if they even can. Might just die to creeps, yeah. Extra gold for Alliance.
And Avos also breaks his smoke to try and clean up the rest of the creep wave. So now Alliance, like they're already backing out because they knew Navi was missing from every single part of the map. So instantly assume they're smoking again, trying to find a kill. And this smoke ends up being useless. They're rotating up towards the Ancients area, but they're not going to find anything up here either. Also noticed Poppy's control creeps. Like he's got 2 Centaurs in the Hellbear, but there's no trolls on the field right now. Funnick, oh, he's got EGM. There's no way to really stop this. Even with the Grave Chill, like he's moving very, very quick, but now Orchid, oh wow, he's actually taking up a hell of a lot. 1 charge as well, EGM's going to survive. And S4 wants to try and capitalize on this. Already with the Orchid being used, maybe they feel there's a chance.
That
Flamebreaker's to
Gravekeeper's
keep it
cloak,
back.
man.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
S4 needs to jump. Troll just got taken by Puppy. The helm of the dominated Troll just got taken by Puppy. And you creep to the cause.
Was that homing missile sideways, or am I just like drunk? That
see
looked
it.
really weird, didn't it?
I didn't see it.
I wasn't really
I
paying
was watching
attention.
the monitor, not your screen.
My question is, what does Havos make after his Aghanims? Does he go Desolator? I think it would help with their pushing quite a bit.
It'll help with the pushing, but I got a funny feeling he's going to build this for late game.
He could go like Butterfly or something. Wouldn't be a bad choice, considering.
But the Monkey King Bot was purchased up by the Gyro as well.
Couldn't Puck pick
Yeah.
up a Desolator? Would that be legit?
Puck?
Yeah.
I mean, he could, but...
Puck's not normally a
Yeah.
physical DPSer.
But that way Jug could go for, you know, Clinks maybe?
Nah, Clinks wouldn't go for Deso.
Well, then he's got
Dire's
to.
bottom tower is
Not
under
with,
attack.
not with his Searing Arrows already.
Yeah, he's going to get a Daedalus, right?
Well, hopefully this Roshan token doesn't get stolen by Alliance. That would kind of throw another wrench into Navi's game plan, as of thus.
The Familiar's already scouting out.
This is cheese, too.
You don't suppose.
You can
Maybe
wait for
a
the
bit.
jump.
You don't suppose.
With BKB as well as Monkey King Bar, like Jara is going to love fighting inside the Rosh pit, but it's already too late. The damage output from Navi is too much, and S4, while he's in the mid lane, he's nowhere near close enough to come in for Roshan. So this time Navi will take both Aegis and Cheese. Cheese over on the puck, Aegis on the Clinks.
So maybe that Aegis steal just delayed things by a few minutes?
Well, yeah, but delaying is kind of good, because
Yeah.
if you get to the late game, a gyrocopter carry becomes very, very dangerous in that if you don't get him immediately with something like a Hex, then you're going to run into some problems because he's the main damage dealer on the side of Alliance. And if he gets flat cannon shots off, even heroes with a decent amount of HP are going to get eaten alive by that. So it's going to be down to breaking the base against a gyro is difficult at pretty much any stage. But because now Loda has his MKB and he has BKB, his damage output is still quite high. 250 a hit is nothing to shake a stick at. So
he might be really happy too that he sees Juggernaut, going in for a diffuser blade. As opposed to like something like an AC or more tank ability, there is a better chance now to kill off that Juggernaut. Even though when he goes into his ulti, and well, Spin is going to be rather difficult.
I almost think that maybe buying a Linken's for him wouldn't have been bad either, because you can put the Linken's on Funnick when he goes for BKB, and then you can't stop Funnick from doing anything. And really, the Juggernaut doesn't need another damage item because most of the damage comes from the Clanks anyway.
Yep.
Radiant's middle
We just
tower
saw there with the tier 2 tower. Familiar's also getting dropped. Not nice little force stuff into the stun, but EGM's already up high enough on the hill. But he's okay. And he's been working, by the way, for the last 15 minutes to get that Aghanim Scepter. He's almost got it. He's 300 gold away. But with the rate those swings are dropping, there's just more food for Navi.
The Rocket's worth 30 gold. I didn't know that.
It's worth a bit of money.
Scrap metal.
Salvage. We're close enough to StarCraft 2. Where's that bunker salvage? We're 25 in that, I think, isn't it? 25%? I don't know. I haven't cast StarCraft in a long time. S4. Again, we go on this scout. Hasn't worked for him before, but this time it will. Kuro is very much out by himself, so Blink, Lasso. This time there will be a track kill as well. Bonus gold for everyone, and it's the full 5-man roster up here for Alliance. So just that one kill, they got a bonus 600 gold from getting that kill on Kuro.
Yeah, that's a bit interesting, honestly. Like, Kuro was off in no man's land. He was just by himself.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't see anyone on the map. He's like, nah, I'm just going to farm the woods. No big deal. So they might be able to turn this into a quick tier 2. They have another BKB. This time it's going to be on S4. So now he can initiate for free, which is huge, because now it's almost guaranteed that he's going to find a target.
Yeah. Alliance going to back up right now. EGM's going to resummon his familiar shortly. Dandy actually going for EGM. It's a good thing he purchased up his Aghanims. He may go down here. Dandy, Dream Call as well, but EGM, he's just going to TP out this one. Juggernaut needs to see him, and can't kill what you don't see.
And he was really scared
Come
to go
on,
in there.
that's getting beyond ridiculous. A hand of Midas 36 minutes in.
Yeah, Midas over finishing the BKB. Well,
I don't get that.
no, it's okay. You can applaud the Midas.
It's actually
fine.
really good up against the Chen. That's where I'm going to take this one out.
I mean, he's second lowest in net worth, so I guess
He needs it, man.
He needs the levels to hit level 16 to get the bonus track. They need so much money to get through this, and they need to stop the Chen from having controlling creeps.
It's starting to get a bit worrisome for Navi, though, because this gyrocopter is continuing to farm faster than anyone. Like, he has the highest net worth in the game.
He's got 270 CS to the 182 of Clinks.
Yeah.
That's the difference. He's 4K net worth above. And now they're going to try and fight top. Blink, Lasso, forced up. Whoa! Forced up the Piglinius, forced it instantly. Funny popped the BKB. Loader to pop his one as well. And Avos, he's got ulti up. He's going to jump this. He wants to dive it, but he got stunned up next to the tower. Just hold position. And
He's got healing ward. He's fine.
A little bit of trouble over on the side too. Puppy going past Arcade Dandy. Is he really? Yeah, he's going to jaunt this one down. Side the Vice in 11 seconds. Sans as well. The Dream Core 2 seconds away. And does he go in deep? No, he does not. Arcade's back to safety. They just lose S4. But that 4-star Camille, they pushed him in deeper. I don't know if that was actually Navi or Alliance doing that.
Well, he had a BKB, so either way, you would imagine that he would preemptively, like if he wanted to go in, then there's no reason to not just BKB first, you know what I mean? And then jump, so Maybe it was just...
So they look to damage the tower now without that danger of a Batrider.
yeah, but there's a glyph, and he'll be up in time.
Yeah.
They're basically popping the glyph here. If they take one good engagement, surely it's going to be a Rax, though.
Navi stick around a little bit too long. There's your
They're gonna get it.
Avor's going to spin it out, but that means his magic immunities are now on cooldown. EGM, Soul Assumption, what damage is that? Basically, it's a nip on the heel. Navi take the tier 3 tower, they back up, and there's no casualties. And Puppy's already looking great. Like, he's got Alpha Wolf to also buff up all the damage which has been dealt, which is now even bigger up on a Clinks, with a full Daedalus now on the Clinks, with the Orchid, with the BKB, and he's still got this Aegis D model for a little bit longer. Not much longer, but a little bit.
Well, Navi are playing the waiting game right now. How many Roshans can we take back-to-back before we win? That's kind of what it's boiled down to. And because of the fact that this is the one that could seal the entire best-of-5 series, I don't mind the fact that they're playing it this way.
This
Yeah.
I like.
There's a Satanic.
See, I'm not quite sure about this from Navi, but right now they're going to rotate towards the top lane. But that Satanic up on Loader, it's just become even more difficult. RK, he's going to TP out just in time. Funnick scrambling to get to the tree line. But with that Satanic, Loader's going to be really difficult to instantly pick off, especially with the BKB, as long as he doesn't get hexed.
Yeah, if he gets hexed, he can still die easily.
Yeah. But if he gets hexed, then that means S4's got room to move. Because there's still only one hex on the field.
It kind of has to be Clinks that he goes for, though. Like, going for the Chen earlier in the game makes a bit more sense because his heals are more pivotal in the team fights.
Yep.
But Clinks is just all the damage right now for Navi. So if S4 can find him, even if they jump on Loda, it'll be fine.
Nice little movement out there by Alliance. They managed to get rid of one of those observer walls that Navi planted down on top of the Ancient area. Obviously, it's a place which is rather critical for Loda to continue to keep farming up. Because he's getting more and more money. Like, he's got 2k gold right now. I'm actually wondering how he does build this. Like, do we just go complete balls deep Rapier? Or do we try and go Daedalus for him?
It feels like he was setting up for going a big damage item because typically, if you have a Dominator and a BKB, sometimes going Butterfly is more effective HP in situations where the biggest threat to you is physical damage.
Yep.
So if he's going for the tanky route, I wouldn't be surprised to see him transition into a Rapier. Maybe he picks up another item first, maybe he goes Butterfly, and then Rapier.
Yeah. So you basically go for the real Rapier build.
Yeah, the
like
real 6 items, I'm going to kill your whole team Rapier.
Yeah, the one where you actually don't require an Aegis model as extra security. Navi, they're really pulling back a lot further here. They must be thinking there's some aggressive observer wards out from Alliance if they're moving back all the way to their tier 1 tower to do that smoke. But they're going to come into the dot ready in jungle. At the same time, Alliance, they're back over on that ancient area. Admiral Bulldog this time finding his farm, 1,600 gold for him, but he's still 1,300 away from having the BKB. But right now, I think buyback is more the critical thing. Now, you got buyback on Gyro, Clinks, Puck, Chen, Bounty, and Crystal Maiden at this point.
Yeah, pretty much everyone.
Well,
everyone can buy back.
It's just security. They know as long as they don't lose racks, they can always come back from this. Gyro just gets more and more farm. Like, he's now up to 2,900.
Yeah, I want to see if he does end up going for the pure damage build or if he wants to go for the Butterfly first.
I am feeling the Butterfly as well.
Yeah, there's no MKB on Clinks. So.
Exactly. But then again, at the rate that Funnick is farming, like, he's also, like, funnily enough, for a Clinks, you would think he'd have a higher kill count than this.
Yeah, he's got 2 kills.
Yeah.
2, 1, and 2.
I'm wondering, too, if that's almost a bit of a telltale sign of this. Like, Navi, in the first 2 games, they controlled up Alliance beautifully. Like, their movement around was absolutely amazing. They always were finding kills and always keeping the pressure on. This is the first game we've had in this best-of-5 series that's gone past the 30-minute mark. And Funnick, the man who should be murdering everybody, hasn't been able to do so. And it's Alliance that are still finding farm on the map.
This is your double cheese rush, by the way.
It is. Look at him dead. That's over 1k crits coming out right now from Funnick. Roshan stands no chance against this. I thought he was meant to be a big tough guy.
Well, at 42 minutes, he's basically a creep. That's kind of how it works, especially when you have this amount of farm. But
next change for Ice Rock, Roshan has to scale better.
Yeah,
that would be
he does have to scale better. But they have Vlad's, Commandora, and AC. So everyone on the side of Navi has a tremendous amount of armor, assuming they're all kind of in close proximity. And that's going to be great for eating those flat cannon hits, because without it, heroes like Kuro, well, he does have a Ghost Scepter, and so does Puppy. So yeah, Flat Cannon's really not as good as maybe Alliance want it to be in this situation. And you really can't stop attacking, right?
Yeah.
Like you say, okay, oh man, they Ghost Sceptered, I shouldn't use my Flat Cannon. Well, if you're not hitting anybody, then you're just gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
stuck between a rock and a hard place if you're Alliance still. But I feel like they could maybe pull out a base defense just because, like you had said, they have so many buybacks.
Yep. And they've actually already got the evasion over on Loda, so he'll have that during the fight. He is going to go straight for the full butterfly. And with the Sentry Wars, they're getting dewarded. Up we come. Familiars, of course, he starts on the range race, hits one time, and they actually snipe out two of these Familiars, but then Handemeyers from Loda gets rid of one exchange creep, and now Funning lassoed inside the BKB, and Loda, he's going to turn on the heat right now. Over towards Funning. Funning pops the cheese already, but he's really taking a lot of damage. They're diving on top of Tier 4 towers, and now it's Loda. There's the first kill here. Crystalmania goes down, has to fight back. Juggernaut bounces through, but he only picked up the Visage. It's only 2 supports going down. The cores are still up here from Alliance, and with 3 napalm stacks on a Voss, he won't survive this. Arcade comes back in again. They will take the Aegis the Immortal. The Familiars don't have drops right now. There's no lassos, but Loda, Voss spins out the damage. They need to get this track up on him as well. Soul Assumption damage down, Flame Break, they're gonna bring him down. Navi do not take the racks. They lose the Aegis, they burn one of the cheeses, and they lost their cores.
And that was really nice BKB timing by Loda. Dendi jumps in. He wants to go on Loda straight away because he's pretty much the main damage threat. But Loda had the BKB on before, so Dendi really didn't have much of an impact on that fight at all. And then Funnick, he gets lassoed, pulled into the Tier 4 towers. What can he really do at that point? Even with the BKB, it doesn't matter. If you're taking Tier 4 tower hits and Loda's laying into you with the damage items that he has, it's very easy to take a base defense when you have an opening like that. So well played by Alliance. The Raxus took a bit of damage, and they had to use Glyph.
Puppy's in trouble. Puppy's in a lot of trouble right now. There's a homing missile. S4's trying to catch up to him. The Flame Break is deep, so it bumps him back. All 3 stuns will connect. The mech will already go, and now Dendi gonna get lassoed in. They're looking for the Hulk and caboodle of Dendi. He is gone! Gyro with that flat cannon. It melted the Navi lineup, and now Alliance, they may be the first guys taking racks here. They can push hard, and they can push fast.
Well, they have buyouts. They have buyout on Dendi, and they have buyout on Puppy.
If they force the money, that's also worth it.
Yeah, getting the money at this point is definitely huge. Loda's also dangerously close to his next item. He actually has enough for the butterfly, but I think he probably just saves for buyback at this point too. That's going to be it. Like, can you push into the base without the other team having a bunch of buybacks? That's going to be what decides the game.
Look at that graph spike.
It's a way to kick it back up again, man. And with the butterfly almost fully finished up on Loda, he's actually got by it. The courier's making its way up right now. And it's got the quarterstaff on it, and Loda goes high ground. There's still another time. They got the lasso. They pulled a Voss, and they just turned him on. They got him. They got him. This is a big opening. Juggernaut does not have buyback. He's short by 515 gold. They can force the racks now.
Yeah, this is actually just Rax.
Yeah.
They don't have any way of defending without the Juggernaut. The Klings is alive, and Dendi's going to be alive.
Here's the TP coming. I think they want to give this a shot. Chen's in close. Dendi jumps in. It's a 4-man silence, 3-man dream call. Bulldog pops the BKB. S4 almost dead. He is dead, but Puppy in too close. The BKBs are gone. They're waiting for the Ghost to wear off, and now the Rocket Barrage cooldown will also connect on Dendi. The gem is dropped, and Dendi, he's dropping to Alliance. Loda holds the last flag cannon, but Dendi will survive through this one. S4 back into the fight. BT's up to buyback. Double buybacks coming up, both for Strike and Chen, but they're moving up north. Funnick is outside the base right now, and Alliance, they want to go for more. They want to get themselves a double raxing right now, and they may even get themselves a kill. They got Funnick, lasso, they hold him, they got him! Funnick is gone! Puppy's in a little bit too close as well. This will be a double, Clinks will buy back. They're backing up, they're backing up. Arcade's too low. They force buybacks from almost all of Navi. And maybe Dendi can catch one out with a TP back. Doesn't have Dream Call, however.
It's just unbelievable.
Alliance are home. They're out. They're home. Host. Done.
I gotta say, Navi kind of fell apart there. Like, they made a lot of really not so good decisions when they were trying to defend the base. Like, having so many people. Yeah.
That's unbelievable. We're back to level pegging.
And that's actually bigger because every person basically on Navi just had to buyback. So in reality, Alliance actually have a gold lead right now.
Right.
Like that many buybacks, and then you still lose your racks. Alliance, you can never count them out, basically.
What can Navi do? I mean, do they need to initiate? I mean, do Alliance just need to make sure they don't get caught out?
S4 is destroying them. It's literally S4 that is keeping them in the game. Because they get a lasso that turns the fight around when they're defending their racks. He gets another lasso while they're pushing the base that kills a carry with no buyback.
Yeah.
And then he kills Funnick and forces him to buy back. Every single one of those kills happened because S4 is playing Batrider.
Yep.
I mean, this was a game that about 10 minutes ago I would have said I'd probably give Alliance like a 1 in 10 chance of winning.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden it feels like Alliance should win.
S4, man. S4.
It really does feel like Alliance's game to lose. Even though they haven't leveled things up just yet, it's really stalled the next level of items coming out from Navi. Like, Puck's been sitting now on this 3.7k and looking to build into, like, he's got an ultimate orb, so you make it your Lincoln Sphere after all, coming out in this Puck. But Puppy, like, he's got Ghost Scepter, Vlad's, Mech, Arcane Boots. For a team that had an advantage of 14,000 gold, your Chen is now basically broke. And Funnick, he picked up this Demon Edge. He has no money for buyback. It's even on cooldown. That's not one of the reasons why. But Alliance are pushing up the top lane. We're not seeing this Monkey King bar finished up for Clinks, which means he cannot directly attack. S4 is being so aggressive. He has Fireflied so deep inside this base, looking for one person to be out of position. The Familiars and Loader is all they need to bring down the tier 3 tower, and Navi, they're on the wrong side of the map. They're not ready to fight yet. They're not in position. They now come back up again, but Alliance have already taken out one big roadblock, and that's the tower. And with track from Admiral Bulldog, they can see deep inside Navi's base. They know what's going on here. And they want to take a 5v5 fight. There's your Lincoln Sphere now up for Puck. I think Puck comes at a critical moment. But look at the racks. This is the big thing. Racks is the key.
Puppy has no creeps, right?
3 familiar kills, I guess.
Well, he now has his own creep. One melee creep stolen from Puppy.
Honestly, I don't know how they can kill Loda at this point.
Yeah.
That's really the biggest concern.
What a traitor.
The melee racks on both sides is dead, but Alliance still have the range racks, so it's still pushing it a bit harder. I would honestly say it might be worth just using the Lincolns on Funnick to make sure that he can sit there and attack, because no one else does that big of damage on the side of Navi. And if he gets lassoed, he's dead to rights, even if he gets sent home.
Loader, they try to force stuff a bit deeper, but now he turns on the flak cannon. Ghost Steps will protect both Kuro as well as Poppy from this, but it does not protect the melee racks. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Well, they want to try to engage into this. And the rest of Alliance are going to come back. Call down is dropped. It's a couple on the side of Navi. Yeah, Toby's mic has died for the
He'll be
time
back.
being, so
He will be back.
soon. Trademarked. S4 blinks out. Funnick looking for a kill on potentially Ake. Does have a force staff. Going to be able to force his way out. Familiar stuns being dropped as well. And I don't really think that Navi are going to be able to catch anyone here. I think they're all going to get away. Oh, Dendy! EGM gets out! Almost got in range for the Hex there. So they get a free melee racks. They're able to retreat. Don't lose anything for it. Roshan is going to be respawning relatively soon as well. Navi probably looking to position for that.
Now this will be a rush that maybe Alliance should be taking, and Navi will have to let them take it.
Well, because of the fact that they have 2 lanes dead, I'm inclined to agree. Mid's not pushing that hard, because both melee racks are dead on both sides. The range creeps make a pretty big difference, though. And at least one person's going to have to stay here consistently to make sure that it's not just shoving into the base. And, wow, Basher picked up on Gyro, so this is going to be an Abyssal Blade on the Gyrocopter, which is actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
Because if you're assuming that Navi are going to be going on you anyway, and you have a BKB and Satanic, you can actually just walk into them.
Right.
And if you ever get close enough, like the Clinks will have to run. Otherwise, he gets Abyssal with his BKB, and then sad times are had.
Team fight time, man. Team fight time.
Welcome back, Toby.
I think I just came back at the perfect moment. Like,
Yeah,
Roshan is 50 seconds away, and S4 is looking for an opening. All around the pit. This is when you start the standoff. S4, he found Kuro. He can see him, but he can't drag him back without too much risk. And now Admiral Bulldog also got a track on a Vorst. Perfect vision, and if Navi ever go in there, actually he got rid of it.
Yeah,
he defused the blazes instantly. They do not want Alliance knowing what's going on. Dendy jumps in. It's a dream call, and Juggernaut throws the ulti out. S4's in too. He got a latch on Funnick. They're focusing him down. Loader. Smack made him on the fight. Call down with the flat cannon. Navi are losing everybody right now. Loader gets off a double double kill. Puppy's retreating. Avort's in pretty deep. He has got himself his own double kill, but Loda still standing his ground at full life. The track is up, so movement speed will be there for Loda. He's going to throw down another missile in a moment, and it's just chasing him down. Avort, he'll be chased to the end of the earth. Triple kill for Loda. S4's looking for a kill as well. He's going to find Puppy. He's down this bottom lane, searching. He's cutting off the retreat as well for both Denny as well as Puppy. But this isn't the main goal right now. What they want Roshan. The big man is up, but S4's stuck on a cliff.
Nah, it's fine. He's got a blink in 1 second.
Oh, Puppy, S4, he blinks into him. He blinks into him. These familiars, they're going to drop, give him space. 60 life, the call down. They'll get the kill on S4, but Loda, he's about